First of all, sir, you probably, as everyone in your community knows each other, we want to pass our profound condolences. I just cannot imagine the ramifications in your community. I'm sure you know many of these families. What was your reaction when you heard the news that this went on for an hour inside that classroom?
Well, first of all, thank you for having me. You know, it's kind of difficult to describe. I think the consensus currently is most people in our community really just sort of feel numb, as if this isn't really happening. And, you know, of course, what happened in terms of how long it took police to get there, those facts are still developing. I mean, we've heard conflicting versions, and today, I think for the first time, we've learned that it took over an hour for the police to get in the building. And so it's stunning, it's shocking. But I think before we kind of cast any kind of judgment, we probably need to take a step back and right now just sort of mourn the people whose lives were lost here.
Well, you're right. There's no way to understand the heart of darkness that we've seen here. But you saw the parents furious in the videos, the parents saying, let us in, let us in. And so there's a lot of anger now. Can you give us a sense how the grief and the growing anger are kind of, I mean, understandably intermingling right now, I'm sure, in your city?
Yeah, of course. There's going to be some hard questions to answer. And there's going to be, you know, there's going to be a lot of analysis how this could have happened. You know, look, Uvalde is a very small town. We're a rural community. No one in a million years would have thought that this could have happened here. But unfortunately, it's a trend, an unfortunate trend that's happening in my wonderful country. Is these type of things are happening all too often, and it hurts me to say it, but unfortunately, I don't think this will be the last time this happens. It seems to happen every few months in America.
There have been over 200 school shootings this year. Sir, I mean, you know what happens in these things. This is the tragedy, even as people are grieving in the impossible grief, the debate about gun control. On one side, you've got the governor talking about mental health. You've got your Texas Senator Ted Cruz talking about locking a door. And then others are saying it's not about doors, it's not about the Second Amendment, it's not about mental health, it's about guns and gun safety rules. You're a city councillor there, you were. Is there any chance any action on gun safety control happens?
So that's one of the most extremely frustrating things, is that this kid who committed this massacre was 18 years old. He wasn't able to buy a beer legally, but he was able to go into a store and buy 2 basically killing weapons. And it's shocking. And so when people tell me that this is, and this is just my opinion, when people say that this is a mental health issue, well, you know, there are mental health issues in your country, Canada, and Europe, and in every other country in the world, but this doesn't happen in other countries. And so if everybody else has a mental health problem just like we do, the only difference is we have very, very liberal, or it's easy to access firearms in this country. And what's extremely frustrating is that even the people that are trying to seek to implement restrictions, they're not suggesting that people's guns should be confiscated or taken away. They're just saying, maybe we should make it a little bit more hard for people to get a gun. Maybe we should place reasonable restrictions to ensure this kind of thing doesn't happen again. But it's very difficult to reason with someone when their response is, well, this is just a mental health issue. It's just extremely frustrating, and you know, it's all too sad that this happened here in my hometown, this awful tragedy where these little kids' lives were taken, but it's going to happen again, and nothing's going to change in this country because we're just so gridlocked. And it's a really, like I said, I love my country. It's a wonderful place, wonderful people, but there's just a large segment of our community that think that their right to bear arms is unlimited.
Just before I let you go, some of the answers are let's arm teachers, let's arm schools, let's harden the perimeter, let's deal with mental health. I just want your view. This is your city, this is your community, this is your people. What would your answer be right now, and what's your response when you hear that?
Well, if we're not going to regulate, you know, or put restrictions on possessing firearm, it may be the only option. right? If anybody can get a gun in this country, if an 18-year-old can go buy a killing weapon, then maybe, yeah, we're going to have to, basically fortify our schools. And it's unfortunate, but if regulating, people's ability to possess firearms isn't done, then I think it's the only real alternative. What else would you do?
All right, I got to leave it there. Your governor said last year the Second Amendment is under assault. And as I responded earlier, it's children who are under assault, as we saw too tragically in your community. Former Uvalde city councilor who just left the city council, Rogelio Muñoz, thank you, sir. I appreciate it. And again, I know that thoughts mean very little, except our country's grieving for your community.